It's me. I'm back. Um, so hi. It's been it's been a long time since I've done this. Uh a lot. Whenever I say a lot, I mean a lot is kind of an understatement. A lot has happened since the last time I recorded, was since the last time I posted a video to now. One of the big major changes, as you can see, got my hair cut. It's to go with like my new new me kind of like attitude, kind of just like, ooh, that looks nice, you know what I'm saying? And uh so on 9-12-2023, I was asked by a very special individual if I would be his girlfriend. And now, with this being said, me and Nathan, my son's father, things didn't pan out. I'm not gonna go into the gory details of it all. We weren't married, so like just the whole entire, I guess, just the whole entire like breaking apart from each other. It was very tedious. It was long. It was a long time coming. But it needed to happen, and whenever it did, it was a blessing in disguise. You know, being with somebody for 8 years, so many memories, so many like things that made it awesome in like the first like few years of like a brand new relationship. It's brand new, like you're still learning, and after a while, let's just say that things got numb, for at least for me, emotionally, like psychologically, everything was just not okay. Anyways, I'm not going to go into the details of it, but we had broken up, and in the year of 2023, in August, was the time that me and him had separated for good. And like I said, it was a blessing in disguise that we had split up. How we did and when we did. But on 9-12-2023, like in September, the whole month, I had met this individual, and his name, I call him, is G. Hello. His name is G. And he asked me, he said, and I actually have this right here. This is actually the first note that he had. Hello, people. We had gotten to know each other in a very, very nowadays in this day of technology, a very, very rare way. We got to know each other as friends first. Got to know each other on like what we likes, our dislikes, we got to know each other. Hello, I'm here. I know. Hello, everybody. But we had gotten to know each other on a very personal level, instead of just like that one night stand, kind of just like and all that good stuff. But he had asked me, and this is his thing, just in case you're wondering, yes, about this time I'm already on my way to Morgantown, which is where I live, and I'm missing you. Just know I got love for you and would love to have you as my lady. And of course, I called him as soon as I read it, and I was just like, is there any other answer besides yes? I mean, what would the other answer be? Because there is no other answer. And so he asked me to be his girlfriend, and we dated and dated and dated, and then the bond just grew so effortlessly, to the point where it, like as Jacob Black said in the movie Twilight, it was almost it was actually not almost, but it was as easy as breathing for me and for him. And so on January 24th of 2024, I said yes. And so now I am happily and blissfully married to the person who I would consider to be my dearest and most loyal best friend. Because, it takes it takes a true person, a true best friend, to sit and do what he did for me. I'm a very guarded individual. I have emotional walls that I've put up over the years, emotional, psychological, all of these walls that I've put up over these years, and I never was able to let all of them down with my ex, simply because it just felt personally that there was no understanding from as to why I'm so guarded, and as to why I am the way I am. But my husband, I told him, I said, like, you're dealing with very, very damaged goods. I'm a very sweet person at heart, but it takes a lot to get to know me and for me to be able to break down those boundaries and those barriers with somebody. And he told me, he said, well, just know that no matter how long it'll take, for me and you to break down those boundaries and those barriers, just know that I will be here to listen, to support, and just go through them with you whenever you feel the time is right. So and he said, don't feel any pressure from me about you letting these walls down. You just let them down whenever you want to let them down. And that was something that was extremely rare for me, because I'd never had somebody who took the time out of their day / life to pretty much, like, just view me as a person who has, all these emotions and all this stuff going on. And he took the time, and it was very, very enriching for me. And he has taught me that there is, and I preach this all the time, that there is a big difference between a boy, a man, and a gentleman. Now, the individual who I was with, who I just broken up with, who I had separated with. When do you go live? Because I really like this so far. I rarely go live. This is just kind of like a big life update, so I'm just giving a life update. But shoot, I forget what I was gonna say. Dang it. Sorry, I have a really bad scatterbrain. But it was, thank you for letting me know. I do have a Facebook page. It's I think it's Sophia Bertrand, SOFIABERTRAND, and so you can go ahead and follow me if you would like to. And of course, Facebook, I do every second of every day, just random posts. But anyways, the person who I was with before I met my husband was somebody who I would call a man. Somebody who is there for you within their, capabilities and all that good stuff. But for me, the gentleman who I have married and who I have the absolute utmost respect for, is who I would consider a gentleman. He opens up the doors for me anytime that we're walking on the road. He's always on my right hand side, and I'm always I'm always the furthest away from traffic. He every second of every day, he tells me, like, you're so beautiful, like, you're like, you might have just woke up, and you might have just rolled over out of bed, and you might have like crazy hair, and your breath might smell like holy heavens, but he still thinks I'm beautiful, and it's something that's so, I don't even know how to explain it. It's almost like, it's as easy as talking with my best friend. Well, if you ever have if anybody here who is watching or will watch this, if you have a best friend, those kind of conversations where that you aren't going to get judged, where that your emotions are going to be taken into consider, all of that good stuff, that is who I have married. I've married an individual who I can talk to from, let's say, we put on a movie, and it's 8, 9, 10 o'clock. We're wanting to lay back, relax, watch a movie, just hang out. We can start talking as soon as that movie starts, and we'll hit pause, and we won't watch that movie until like the following afternoon, because we have done nothing but talk about just almost everything, and it's so amazing for me. And I don't know, like every day with him, it's just a new adventure. And in the past, I was so afraid of letting the my guards down about, like who I am, and like the individual, the fun loving, I guess, as I consider myself, the grown up child. I wasn't able to allow myself to have that growing up as a kid, and even into my adulthood age. I had to take responsibility for a relationship at the time that seemed like it was going to last for a while, and then I had my mother's passing, and then on top of that, at the same time, I had to take care of a 2-year-old son, like my son. And so I've constantly been on the forefront of having to take care of everybody and everybody's needs. I've always been everybody else's therapist, and I've never taken the time or appreciation that he's taught me that, I don't need to be everyone else's therapist. I can just be me for the day. If I'm not feeling good, then guess what? I don't have to say I'm sorry for it. Then that means I'm not feeling good. If I'm not feeling it, then that means I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, he has let me know that, who I am, who I wake up as, that's who I am for that day. And he'll love me regardless. And it's something that I hope and I pray and I wish that all of my people who watch me, that they will find that you will find an individual, whether it be male, female, it doesn't matter. Whoever you find that comfort in, then that's who is meant to be there. And I don't know, but besides all of that, I have a daughter now with my husband. Her name's Kiara, Miss Kiara B. My sweet little duck. She's an absolute saint. Certain circumstances have happened that she's not able to be with us as of this point in time, but things will get better. Every day looking forward to new positivity. And my piece of, I guess that my bit of advice as everybody's therapist is to just remember that it is okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to let those walls down around the certain people who you have a gut instinct are okay to let them down around. It's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to cry. It's okay to shed. It's okay to be you. It's okay, in the great words of I'm not sure who it was, but it's okay to not be okay. And I hope that all my viewers, they'll get to see how happy I am now that I've gotten away from the negativity and just the overall negativeness that was in my life to how I am now. And I hope that everybody out there, that they can be okay with themselves, that they can be the one who can say, listen, you're a person who I feel I can be vulnerable with, but don't take that vulnerability lightly, because it was my choice to give my vulnerability away to you, and it's also my choice to take it back. And it's okay. It'll all be okay. And I do have you fell. What happened? Why'd you fall? What happened there? You okay? Cool. But I have this piece of paper, and I'm going to read the front and the back. It's kind of nasty, but these are just kind of like my final thoughts. Light is always light, no matter the vessel. Do not put pressure on yourself to shine in a specific form. Light can be big, small, loud, or a whisper, but it is always light. Allow your light to take its own shape and shine in its own way. When we embody our own unique light, we have the power to bring healing energy and clarity to any situation. Light allows us to see things for what they are, so that we may proceed with understanding, compassion, and grace. We can navigate our journey with much more confidence when we see the world through the light we shine on it. And this back part, be sure to keep your light bright and shining. You never know just how many people you may be a lighthouse for. You never know how many people find their way home in even the wildest of storms because you are there. So just final thoughts is just stay happy. Just be happy. Find your happiness and keep it. Whenever you find your happiness, put it in a box, lock it away, keep it in lock and key, and then put that key somewhere where only you know where it is. And don't ever let anybody see where you put that key is, because whenever they find that key, they'll take that key. And remember, misery loves company. So don't let them get that key. Don't let them get the key to your happiness. Unless you feel like they're there for your happiness. In which case, just show them where the key goes. Just show them like, hey, I temporarily throw the key in here. I throw it over there. I put it up underneath of this welcome mat. Like, just trust your instincts. Trust your gut. Trust who you are to know to make the right decisions. But hopefully everybody's doing okay, and I will post a picture of me and my husband on my not Facebook, sorry, on here. So I'm gonna skedaddle and go hang out with the hubby upstairs, cause that's my husband. All right, everybody. Hopefully everybody has a good day today. Remember, positive energy, positive vibes, and that's all that we are here for. All right, everybody. Bye.